Hello all you retro lovers, welcome to the Retrobike computer channel. So today's video we're going to see if we can repair a ZX Spectrum Plus, the one with the professional keyboard. IBM had nothing like this, and it's just not just going to be this one, it's going to be all of these. Okay, so before I start recording, I just started to have a look at a couple of these Spectrums because I haven't repaired them for years now, so I just wanted to try and remind myself a little bit about them. This was the first one I looked at. It was getting hot, in fact smoking, this resistor down here. I'll show a close-up of that in a minute. This one was smoking. Did a little bit of diagnostics and stuff. Found that TR4 transistor here, this one was short, so I replaced this one, which should be a ZTX 650, although I think the replacement is a 651. I didn't have any of those, being a tight arse. I didn't want to order any because I had some C2236s in stock. Now you can fit these, but you do have to swap the legs around, the base and the collector leg, which I've done. I've just put a bit of wire wrap to make sure it doesn't short. So here we have one burnt resistor. This is the transistor that I replaced. So I have this diagnostic board, can't even remember what that's called now, but that's plugged in the back. So replace this one. It was still drawing too much power, so I removed TR5, and then it wasn't drawing too much power. But obviously it's not going to work with TR5 missing. I don't have any, so I've got some ordered, but just as an experiment, just to see if it was one of the lower RAM chips, I've removed some of the upper RAM here that was socketed, just took that out, so I know it's nothing to do with that. With my homemade bench power supply, what I've done is fed 12 volts into here, which feeds all the lower RAM. Then I've got the separate voltage going in, the 9 volts at the back, and this was just as an experiment, just to see what happens, see what current it drew, and see if I could see if it was actually one of these RAM chips that had failed. So here we go, switch on the...
Stop! Don't try this at home. The 4116 RAM chips are very fussy about how they are powered, and this could possibly damage them.
12 volt to this RAM, and now switch on the 9 volt, and you'll see on my CRT screen that at least I get something, which is more than what I had in the first place. So basically with that one, I'm just going to wait until I get some replacement transistors in. Keep my fingers crossed. If not, it may be a lower RAM, but I don't think it is now, because lower RAM's only drawing 0.4 of an amp. I don't know, to be honest, what it would normally draw just on its own like that, but kind of making me think that the RAM, there's no short in the RAM, but yeah, I'll have to put that to one side for now. So this is the second one I looked at. This one's issue 4S. The previous one was a 6A, I think. TR4 had gone, literally gone. It wasn't on the board. So again, I've put in one of those other transistors, the C2236, and swapped the base and the collector around. Tested it. Test card started working fine, but then through the test it would just cut out. It would be drawing too much power and the voltage would drop, so there was still an issue. So first of all, I replaced all of the lower RAM because it's all socketed anyway, and it worked fine. So then I went through and tested every single one, and of course, sod's law, last one was faulty, so I've just put a replacement in for that. If I test it now, it's not working because I haven't plugged the video cable in. This one's already had the composite mod done on it, so I can just connect it up just with the phonotype cable. Here we go. And it worked yesterday, but not today. Try again. There we go. I know this isn't where is it there? I know this isn't particularly that clear for you to see, but it's just the way I test them. Just let that run through, and then I shall open up another one. There we go. Obviously other tests to do there, but I'll do that later. I'll connect up the keyboard, see if that's working. More than likely have to replace the membrane. But yeah, let's go to the next one, shall we? Right, so here's the next one. Right, we can have a look at this one together. Right, 8 screws. Oh, upgraded. So this was a rubber keyed Spectrum, and someone's upgraded it to a super professional keyboard of the Plus. Let's see what we've got in here then. Okay. Well, membrane's ripped. And we have an issue 3. Right, let's get the board out. Yeah, I was in two minds then, so I thought maybe it'll work and I wouldn't need to take the board out, but that's unlikely. This reset switch should just pull out. Right, okay, so there's a few tests I can do with multimeter to start off with. Where can I put my meter? Not. That should do. Right. I've got a few test points just printed out here with expected resistance and stuff, mainly to test around the lower RAM. So I can get an earth from the heatsink, and pin 1, which is the 5 volt. Right, that's quite high resistance, nearly 4K, so that should be fine. Pin 8, which is the 12 volt. $3K, yeah, 2.8 I've got on my list there, and 2.8 it is. So pin 9, well, that's the earth, that's the negative, so yep, and pin 16, which I think is that the minus 5 volt, or have I got that the wrong way around? I can't remember. Yeah, 1K. Yeah, that seems fine. Shall we plug it in? There's probably a few other tests you can do. Other experts to tell you, but my bench power supply has got overload protection, so let's just see what happens. Right, I'm going to lower the amperage. What have I got it? I've got it set at 1 amp. I'm going to lower that to 0.7 of an amp. Okay, see what happens. Right, drawing 0.4 of an amp. I would think that's quite good. But no, idiot, hasn't had the mod, has it? Hang on. No composite mod. Alright, I'm probably going to knock everything around here now. This just gives me my earth. It's a bit loose. And tap this off the side. Composite. Try again. Right. Not a lot. Just try it with this one. There's a blue light on top here. But that's pretty dead. Right, DC voltage. Uh, 12 volt should be. Yep. Now, is this 5 or minus 5? I can't remember. Okay, that's minus 5. So this one's the 5. Got 5. Nothing too hot. Right. Seems it's completely dead. Kind of thinking of the CPU. Obviously the ULA's very common thing to go. Right, so I've swapped the processor, the Z80, but I did try the one from this one in the working board that I have, and the Z80 was fine, but I have swapped it anyway, just in case, you never know. ULA, there's lots of different versions of these. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to test that in one of the other boards. I might just leave it for a minute, wait to see if I get another ULA and try that. That's what I suspect, but I mean, we may have just lost video for some reason, maybe something wrong around here. I can do some tests to see if the machine seems to be doing something, get my scope out, try that. But anyway, I'm going to try it. I'll put a different Z80 in, let's switch it on, see what happens. No difference, still get a little flash. I don't think this one's running. I think you get a beep at the beginning when it's running. I'll leave it a little while, see if it makes any noise.
A note from the editor. It looks like the amperage is low at only 0.4 of an amp. I'd expect it to be more like 0.7 of an amp, so this makes me believe it could well be a dead ULA.
Got no heat sink on here now, so I have to be careful. I think it'll be alright for a little while. Oh, it's getting hot. Right, it's done nothing anyway. Right, what do you reckon? Put it to one side. I've got loads more to look at, and as soon as I find a 6 ULA 6, I'll give this one another try. Okay, next. No screws in this one. Oh. Metal plate missing. ULA out. I believe that's the ROM out. Okay. Is it worth doing anything with this one? Three chips missing from under the heat sink, or two missing I think. One missing here. This is a 4S. 4S is the one I have working. So, okay. Should we see what it does? Right, no ULA in there, no ROM in there. I think I'm just going to plug it in to my bench power supply. Just see what power it's drawing. Right, 0.3. What chips have to be present to get this working? I'm not sure. This one looks like it's had a composite mod. Nothing. Hmm. Right. Oh, beep. Oh. Obviously we've still got 3 chips missing from there. Oh, might try and find out what they are now. Yeah, let's get the working one. This one here is a 74 logic. LS157N. Let me have a look. See if I've got any of those. Okay. Box of logic chips. 157N. Yep. That's the one. I'm not going to have all these chips, am I? Eggs are a little wide. Right. Next one. Oh, okay. They're all the same there. As you guessed, I'm not an expert on these machines. And the little bit of knowledge I did have, I've forgotten. So I'm learning all again now. And oh, another 157. Straighten the pins up. Try not to snap them. That'll probably do. What do you reckon, guys? What will happen? Oh, that looks better. Did I fix one? That looks pretty good. Well, I'm chuffed with that. I guess I'll go and get another one. Okay, I've been editing this movie and realised it's getting a little bit long, so I'm going to make this part 1. But please subscribe and you will see part 2 very shortly, and there will be a part 3, probably a part 4, maybe quite a few other parts. But please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If not, give it a thumbs down, and if you give it a thumbs down, just leave something in the comments to say what I could have done better. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.